Everybody, this is Kerry, and tonight I want to get back on this Columbus, Ohio fraud, this daycare stuff, okay? And, unfortunately, I just don't have enough hours in the day to, um, to do other things, you know, to get everything in that I want. So just have to do what I can. And hopefully, my ultimate goal, yes, I'm not going to lie. I would like to, um, well, that didn't work out right, did it? Um, I don't know how I can be involved in this because I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. So for me, it's a 2 hour drive each way. So I can't just run to Columbus and, spend all day every day and then get back home. But I'm hoping that I can provide information that people who also take this very serious will take information and run with it, and hopefully we can help. I don't care if the FBI calls me and wants some information. I'm just trying to help out because this is us. We are being exploited. We are all being prostituted out by, you know, I hate to say, from everyone from Mike DeWine on down to the lowest Somali scum that's doing this. And I'm gonna tell you this: it's not just Somalis that are in on this. I'm seeing things that they're partnering with dumb white America, right? And by that, I'm sorry, but black whoever, um, because there's Somali and then there's us, and they probably look at us as just all a bunch of white idiots, right? Um, but hey, they're paying the idiots. So here's some important facts that I want you to consider. Um, that what I'm going to say here. Okay, so I went through, and if you go in on the website, you go in on the state site, you can look up all the daycares. So I go in and I'm looking up all the um, child care centers that are listed, and it's got all the different daycare, child care, learning centers, just all these different classifications, right? And here's a fact. In the state of Ohio, as of today, when I sat down and pulled the final numbers out, there's 730 daycares registered in the state of Ohio, and there is 443 in Columbus alone. That is 61%. We have 61% of our daycares in Columbus, Ohio. However, it's only 10%, 11% of the population. 10%, right? What's the numbers here? So, based on 24, we were at 11.9 million, and Columbus Metro, I've given Columbus Metro area at 1.7 million. Okay, so yeah, 10% basically. Now, how does that equate? My numbers. I don't know how many. Why do we have so many daycares there? And by that I'm including home daycares, all of it, right? If just on the basic numbers from the website, um, and that's like, I mean, to me that's eye opening. I mean, that's, oh my God, how did you get to this number? Now, the other thing that I've got is that in my list here that I'm going to go through, and I got them color coded by, I put year ranges, right? And I'll show that in a second. Um, so at 100 and let's say 150 daycares in the Columbus area that are registered a because there's there's some gray areas here. Okay, so number one, registered to people that have Islamic names. Okay, sorry if it appears racist, but yeah, I don't care. Don't care. You think I'm racist? Go right ahead, buddy. Um, so if I pulled you pull that out, and then also there's several of them that don't have an agent on record. Okay, so I don't know, but I'm just putting it in here because what I'm saying is these need to be checked because they I mean, granted, some not all of these are going to be fraudulent daycares. I know there's Little Buckeye child care, daycare, whatever, and it's got the most unsafe outdoor playground I've seen, but it still passed inspection, right? And as I was there, um, the people from AutoZone were saying, yeah, they don't answer the door, but you see the kids coming in and out. And I guess as I was leaving, there was this bus that pulled up to take the kids out, right? So yes, um, that it is a legitimate, could there be fraud going on outside of that? Yes. Um, is it a safe? Their inspection was horrible. I want to know how these places. I mean, even if they're legitimate, how did they pass this crap? How did they get approval from such an unsafe place? Um, the teacher child ratio. I mean, if they're collecting all this money, they better be following these rules, right? So there are real daycares in there, but how do you know? I don't know. In fact, this is just, I've got to go back and search because there's daycares. I wonder if they're even on this list because um, now that I think about these places that I saw, I'm not really seeing their names, and it's hard to guarantee I got everything. So I may have to redo this video and add more daycares to the Columbus area, right? And that's just really really sad. Okay, so the one thing that this is how I broke it down, just to just hopefully to provide useful information. And so the first thing I did is um, I just copied and threw all this stuff into an Excel sheet. All of the You can see here all the daycare listings, um, and I just copied and threw it straight in Excel. So I've got the name at the top, the business number, address. Of course, they all say Columbus, the county, which, you know, phone numbers, and then here's your agent of record, how it's listed. Now some of them, I'm not perfect, but then also when I'm trying to arrange them, sometimes some of the cells would get hung up on me. And then I put the licensing date. Okay. And so for to me, that's a little important. And this is only the ones in Columbus. God forbid, I don't have time to search the entire state. You just can't. Okay. So current daycares that are open, that have registered in the year 2013 and prior, we have 25 in Columbus. We have 25 in Columbus. And one of them is the Jubba Center, which that is the mecca, the I don't know, the second mecca of the fraud going on, right? Okay, so from 2014, 2018, so that's 5 calendar years. There are 24, and I say this that there these ones that I have listed are people that are registered to Muslims and do not have an agent registered. So I don't, unless I go there, I'm not going to know who it is, right? It's just some things a little difficult to find out. And I'm guessing going forward, because of all of this, we're also going to have more difficulties in the future finding out who started this daycare. But also in some of these, I've seen that they've partnered with white America, so they can kind of throw you off a little bit somehow. And I bet some of them just have they're doing all the quote work, and they're registering it under someone to throw off the feds, right? Throw off the state, whatever, because make it look like it's to Shirley Jones when in fact it's Mohammed Abadaku, right? That's just how it is. All right. So 25 registered prior to 13. A couple of them go back, one or two go back to 99. So you're going, wow, that must be and granted, some of these um, um, in the 430 that I saw, that's just everything all together. Okay, so from 2019 through the end of December 23, we had 43 centers that are registered. Now let me say this. This means those that are coming up on the state's website, not through the business registration, but through where it's showing find a good daycare, where they show the inspections and they're at bronze, silver, gold ratings, right? Okay, so this should be your. I mean, if you're not paying attention to this too much, so right now we from 2000 to 2013 years, Columbus averaged 2 daycares a year. That's still in business now. Um, some of there's gonna be things that are started, went out of business, and the same numbers for the 5 years following that. Okay, and then from COVID, well, this stuff picked up. Interesting. Yeah. So for the 4 years following, we had 43. So basically, a little over 10 a year. At that point, we were going from 4 a year, 5 a year, to 10 a year. We doubled on that. Okay, now in the last 2 years, we've got 62. Okay, now that's not broken down from a home daycare or whatever. All right, so just be cognizant of these facts. Okay, um, let's see how long this video is going. I don't want to be. All right, we're at 13 minutes. So that is my explanation of that. Now I'm going to break this off into the second video and go over just a little bit. So basically, the goal of the other part of this video is to have all of these available on the screen. So should anybody need help finding some of these daycares, they can go to this video, pause it, and read it. Okay, because I had to do this for something. So my goal is that somebody out there is going to find this information helpful, and anything that I hope that when they go to court, that they can say, hey man, thanks to this guy here and this tiger dude helping us out. We were able to save a bunch of time, because now it's a rush against time to figure this fraud out before they figure out how to cover it up.